Agriculture holds the key to our very own existence. It drives the true reality of the survival of any economy. How important is food to you? Do you know the farmers that grow your food? And how healthy are the foods you consume every day? The world is evolving by the day as people are conscious to live a healthy lifestyle so that they can live well. The time is now for us to join our farmers in celebrating them so that they can grow and nurture ourselves to follow the good agricultural principles of organic agriculture for agribusiness. My name is Abimbola Sakirat Majolagbe. This is Agric Reloaded, celebrating the African farmers with their stories.
My name is Olufunke Oloweruwayi. I'm the founder of Etta Farms Nigeria Limited. We are located at precisely at Ijebu North, Ijebu Ugbo, at Daron village. I started farm operations 2015 November to be precise, and we started about 100 acres. But right now we have gradually developed to about 500 acres. And we major mainly in oil palm. Though we have other small plantation of about maybe 18 acres of planting. We have some yams, like about 3,000 heads. We have small pineapple plantation of about 1,000. We have cocoa, the one we started with, but right now, we had a little issue with it. We have quite some little things. Then we have animal husbandry department, where we are raising pigs, though we are planning to cut down on that for now. We have the African dwarf goats. We used to have cows. We sold them 2 weeks ago. Because of some logistics. Presently, our oil palm just started to show signs of fruiting. We have been able to harvest a little out of it this year. The oldest of our oil palm is 3 years, and we are planting tenera. We hope we should have been planting permanent. I understand that one is 2 years old. By 2 years it should start to fruit, but what we have is tenera. We've been in agriculture, agribusiness now for 5 years. Last year, November, was our anniversary. We turned 5, so now we're way to be 6 years old. What motivated me into agribusiness was I happen to be a member of WIMBIS, Women in Business. And in 2015, we normally have a monthly business lunch, where we educate ourselves on how to manage our offices, our portfolios. So it was in that month that it was advertised that they are going to talk about agribusiness. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't miss this. So I went, and it was USAID that came for the talk. So they kind of sensitized us. They made it known that women could go into cocoa. They spoke to us precisely on cocoa bean. And I was like, oh, my dad used to be a cocoa farmer. My dad of blessed memory, he died 40 years ago. And I remember when I was little, and I was like, that thing came, it was rekindled in me. So I said, really? Can I do this? Only 10 acres of cocoa. I think I might give it a shot. Oh, and behold, they came back and said there's going to be a seminar at a hotel. So I attended, and people from Ileoliji, the real top-notch cocoa farmers were there. And I was like, why wouldn't I? Because I'm a woman. I want to. I love vegetation. I love the ambience of the farm. I love the echo. I love the animals. That things I love that I just remembered when I was a little girl. And that was it. And I must tell you sincerely, that was the last meeting of WIMBIS that I attended, because this took me in, sucked me in, and everything about me has been this farm. In fact, my other businesses are neglected. It has been about this farm since then. The greatest challenge, or the challenges I've ever had, I think I would say there are two. But first, human, managing human. There is no how you can have a farm without having human in it. And another one, which with my experience, is I want to touch on the fact that if government could help in land preparation. The environment here is full of thick bush and trees. I can't imagine if a small older farmer should come here. How much is he going to use to prepare an acre of land? If government could assist in land preparation, that could have been okay. So part of my challenges is land preparation. Another one, finances to be able to put together tractors, to be able to manage an acreage like this. Even, I must tell you, synthetic spraying, weed killer cannot manage a farm like this. So naturally, you should go into machineries. One of the challenges we had last year was the African swine flu that was everywhere. Though, because we run a natural farm, we were never affected. But we were advised by a lot of professionals that were around that we should sell off. So when we were not ready, we had to sell off about 350 of our pigs, and it was okay, but that was one of the challenges we had last year. Our vision for this farm, or agribusiness with Etta farms, is for us to be able to contribute positively to the food security of Nigeria. Besides that, we want to be able to feed people naturally without chemicals that as deposit toxic waste into human beings. And so that is the reason why this farm, I will share an experience. When we started this farm, I wasn't thinking of either natural farming or chemical farming or whatever. I wasn't thinking of that. But something happened to me. One of the managers I had then said, "Mommy, we can control our weeds by spraying some particular area that was overgrown then." So I agreed. Surprisingly, we bought a few bottles of chemical, and I don't know what it did. The whole of that environment with the palms died. So that means that whoever fleeted the palm with it. And so when I came and I saw and I said, look, if whatever chemical you have used could damage this environment, I don't want it in my farm anymore. I want this to stop. By that time, I wasn't even sure what is called natural or organic. I wasn't sure. But I just thought that if anything could damage what I've put together like this, I don't want it on my farm. So we continued like that. He now said, "Mommy, we are supposed to be applying NPK 1515, we should buy." So we bought a bag as a sample check. And we invited some women. He taught the women how to apply. Lo and behold, I don't know what the women did. Probably they applied directly on the palm. Every area we applied it, all the palm died. So, and I told the guy, I said, look, weed killer destroyed this portion of farm, and fertilizer again destroyed this portion of farm. I don't want fertilizer anymore. So I started struggling to look for tractor to do my farm. Why wouldn't I use tractor? I will slash the wheat, and the wheat will germinate. I will decay and become fertilized. I will nourish the soil back into life. And that is how my idea about naturally growing things started. And I watched it, because from the beginning of my life, actually, you won't get to my house that you will not see either green or or lettuce, I will always plant something, some little pepper. So it has always been. I have always had that, even before I decided to go into agriculture. So it's been a dream come true that we are in an environment where ecosystem come to play. It's a natural habitat, and we are playing with that. And for everything God has made in the forest, actually, to nurse back our soil for it to not to be degraded. By the time we are applying, well, inorganic fertilizer or synthetic input onto the soil, we gradually are destroying the soil. And in a lot of areas where this has been practiced, I tell you, they cannot plant anything without applying synthetic fertilizer. It will not grow because the soil has been destroyed, and the soil already is kind of aligned with the synthetic fertilizer. Unlike in ecosystem, when you plant and you use natural manure, you have your soil rejuvenated. You can use it year in, year out, or the year round. Naturally, to peel a cola, you don't use knife like this. You normally soak it in water for some few days so that it will be easy. Because when you use a knife to peel it, the possibility to injure it just like this. And the moment it's injured, that is the set place that is going to be drying up. So normally, the people that deal in kola nut, when they collect like this, they soak for about 3-4 days. They keep checking so when the back is soft enough, so they just wash it. Why I encourage cash crop planting for farmers is because if you are a cassava farmer, if you don't plant every year, that will be next to nothing you are going to harvest. Probably you meet some leftover the next year. So as a cassava farmer, you must plant every year. As a plantain farmer, your plantain farm will probably last as long as maybe 2 years. If you don't plant every year, you definitely won't have anything or much to harvest by the 3rd year. But with oil palm, with cocoa, the moment you can endure and it start to fruit, I bet you, with good farm management, you smile to the bank every year. Our aspiration when it has to do with Etta farms, we look into the future that when the oil palm, we are fully at least 80% fruited, we are looking into exportation of our produce. Now, oil palm is a complete work of God's heart. The fact that it produces oil and it can at the same time fertilize itself naturally. Now, let me tell you, this is the bunch holder, and this is called shosho in Yoruba. I don't know what that is going to become, but is holding the palm nuts, the palm fruits itself together. Now, by the time they take out the palm fruits from it, and this is bound together, joined with there is something called leaf. This is the leaf of the palm fruit itself. It's like a leaf holding it. All these are bound together. The ashes from the firewood, and a lot of these are even used for fire to burn. Now, all this put together. Then with the leftover, after you must have taken out the oil itself, that's what they call gedegbe. I don't know what that's going to be called in English, but it's called gedegbe. And all this is mixed together. It's a very rich, natural fertilizer. So the oil palm itself nourishes itself, fertilizes itself. It has everything complete in it in nature. So what we just do is to use it. We don't need to use NPK or whatever. Just apply it to your oil palm, and every year you see it thriving, growing, and bringing out good fruits. We are natural farmers, And some of the little things we plant on the farm, like jute leaf, gari production, we presently export. We do some pepper too, and I bet you we don't waste anything we do here because we are nature builders and we grow naturally. So either we grow cayenne pepper, we grow bell pepper, we put our bell pepper into the machine, we have dehydrated, we have it packaged, and we are selling. And egusi, we grow egusi too, which is melon seed. We have it in our farm shop around the year. So you are welcome anytime to enjoy our natural grown farm produce.
Yes, this is the first in series of Agric Reloaded. We are coming out for you to share your stories to the world.